The Power of the Evil Horde, featuring He-Man and Skeletor. This is the story of the power of the Evil Horde. You can read along with me in your book. You'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. The opening swallowed He-Man right up. In an instant, he was standing on the bleak terrain of Etheria. And not far away stood his destination, the Fright Zone. As He-Man neared the trap-filled stronghold of terror, an evil pair of eyes spied his movements. Mantenna called to his leader.
He-Man has arrived, Hordak. Shall we ambush him?
Hordak joined his spy at the lookout post.
No, the treacherous traps of the Fright Zone will take care of him. We won't even have to lift a finger.
With a mighty leap, He-Man scaled the walls of the Fright Zone.
Maybe I'll be able to take Hordak by surprise.
When He-Man reached the top of the hill, he was the one who was surprised. An old dead tree suddenly reached out with its shriveled branches and held He-Man tight.
Trapped by a tree. Well, I'm just going to have to chop it down.
He-Man struggled to reach his sword, but the beastly branches just gripped the heroic warrior even tighter.
By Eternia, enough of this. You're going to be firewood, tree.
He-Man flexed his giant muscles, and the branches splintered into thousands of pieces. As he broke free of the tree, He-Man heard a familiar voice.
He-Man, it's Orko. Be careful. This place is full of traps.
He-Man raced to the prison.
Hang on, little friend. You'll be free with just one swing.
He-Man stepped back and raised his sword. But a vicious rock monster hidden in the ground grabbed his feet.
Trapped again. I'm losing my balance.
Orko zipped about frantically in his cell.
Watch out, He-Man. Watch out for the... dragon.
His feet trapped, He-Man fell backward, almost into the jaws of the roaring dragon.
Got to get free of this rock first.
With one swift kick, He-Man loosened the rock monster's grip.
Now for this fire-breathing beast.
The dragon squirmed farther out of its dark cave. He-Man easily dodged the flames that shot from its horrible mouth.
I can't get a clean shot at this foul creature. Guess I'll have to try a new strategy.
He-Man jumped up to the top of the dragon's lair and took aim at his prey from above.
While the creature tries to turn itself around, I'll knock it out.
The dragon was out cold. Orko cheered for He-Man.
You defeated all of Hordak's traps.
He-Man raced to free his friend.
All but this prison, Orko. But it won't slow me down.
Just then, Grizzlor sneaked up on He-Man.
I'll stop you cold.
Raising his mighty claws, the hairy beast took a swipe at He-Man. But He-Man ducked out of the way just in time. As He-Man joined Orko, Hordak suddenly materialized. He had Skeletor with him, still bound in the magic prison.
You may have foiled my fiendish traps this time, He-Man. But there is one thing you cannot escape. My magical might.
Hordak zapped He-Man with a huge laser blast from his fingertips. But He-Man deflected it easily with his sword. He-Man marched right up to Hordak.
Nice try, Hordak. But I'll have the last word in this fight. And the last punch.
He-Man delivered a super smack that sent Hordak right up into the branches of the tree trap.
Your traps seem to be working fine now, Hordak. Your evil ways have worked against you, not for you.
As He-Man and Orko turned to leave, Skeletor stopped them.
Please, He-Man, you can't leave me here, trapped in this horrible spell. Take me back to Eternia with you.
He-Man looked into Skeletor's eyes.
How can I trust you? You have tried to harm me many times before.
You have my word as a warrior. Please, I'll never survive if I'm left at Hordak's mercy.
He-Man turned to Orko.
Can you break the spell that holds Skeletor?
Why, I think so, but He-Man...
Then free him. Let us all return to our home world.
Orko cast a magic spell, and Skeletor was freed. He-Man pulled out the silver leaf.
Back to Eternia!
As soon as the trio stepped on Eternian soil, Skeletor disappeared in a puff of black smoke.
Thanks for the ride, fools! See you in battle, He-Man!
Orko couldn't believe his ears.
How could you let Skeletor trick you like that, He-Man?
I knew Skeletor would turn on us. But if he had stayed in Etheria, he would have been doomed. I could not ignore his pleas. We must always value life, even the life of one who opposes us.
Orko shook He-Man's hand.
You are truly a brave and generous hero, He-Man. Now, if only some of that would rub off on Skeletor and Hordak.
A hanker for a hunk of cheese.